my name is Rebecca Shepherd and I'm with Stand for Thee. I'm currently in Moncton, New Brunswick after we have been driving for 50 days, I think, across Canada on the Treason Canada Trail. We left Ottawa on May 1st, drove all the way to BC, to Vancouver Island, turned around, came back, and now we're doing the eastern leg of the tour. We're doing this tour to bring awareness and education as to why or how our government has been committing treason on all levels of government. It's been in the federal, provincial, and municipal, sorry.
Okay. That's okay. I got plenty I can cut in.
Yeah. So treason has been taking place on all levels of the government, and how it's been treason is that they're collaborating with foreign entities such as the World Economic Forum and the United Nations to create domestic policies that are following their platforms. When that happens in a country, and I want to be clear, use of force means law, where there are prohibitions and sanctions. And what's been happening at all levels of the government is that they're creating laws that limit our rights and our civil liberties, and under the guise of maybe climate change or what we saw through the pandemic. And really what these are foreign entity initiatives, again, under the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. And we saw what happened in Ottawa on February 18th after the government unlawfully declared the Emergencies Act, causing harm to many of the people who were in Ottawa and various protests in Canada, where they stepped on them with horses, broke their limbs, stole their property, damaged their property. People lost their jobs, they lost their family, and there are people still suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and physical injuries. And we know now from the Public Order Emergency Commission and the Special Joint Committee hearings that they did not meet the requirements, they did not meet the grounds to invoke the Act, they did not follow due process of the Act, and they violated our rights. That is contradictory to paragraph 3 of the Emergencies Act that states that our rights are to be respected even in time of a national emergency, and that's not what happened. And we're here to bring this information to people so that they can take action. The people of Canada can take action to hold the government accountable for the crimes that they have committed against us.
15-minute cities.
One of the reasons that we're at, do you want me to wait? We've been stopping at city halls all across the country, and the reason why we've been stopping at city halls is because there's a global initiative that is under C40.org, the World Economic Forum, and the United Nations, which is creating what are called 15-minute cities, and it's being disguised under what the cities are calling a strategic plan. In this strategic plan, you will find things like net zero, pedestrian forward, equity, inequality, sustainability, all of the terminology that's from the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals under the 2030 Agenda, which Canada has signed onto and is implementing. And so the city councillors, while we were in lockdown between 2020 and today, held meetings.
Right.
So city councillors were holding meetings all across the country in pretty much every organized community, putting together the framework for the strategic plan. And we saw a little bit of, when we were in Vancouver, we saw a little bit of this. And they're doing it under the guise of climate change, and they're making it look cute and friendly by having community hubs on the street where people can sit together and have conversations. But really what they're doing is they are blocking roadways that we pay for with our tax dollars and pretending that it's a fun place for people to gather. We also saw that the streets were obstructed with cement blocks with signs that said through traffic only for local traffic, and minimizing the the speed limit to 30 kilometers an hour. So this is happening again all across the country. They are not using the same vernacular as what you'll see on these big global websites such as the 15-Minute City to trip us up. But this is all tying into a bigger plan, which is the digital ID, the digital currency, and putting us into smart homes and smart vehicles so that they can control. So that they can control every aspect of our lives. The sustainable goals, in my mind, is a euphemism for eugenics. And we're seeing this with
we're interviewing
like
and I'm trying to get Mike's attention. He's here.
They're modeling
and
these
they're
off of
going to
data
look
that
at
they've
his tickets.
hijacked from Italy as well as Australia. And what these quality of
well,
life
it's
indicators
over,
are determining
but Mike
is really what level
might
of
be
useless leader
interviewed.
are you? So they're looking at things like your health status, your education.
No.
Do you have a family?
Okay,
Do you have
great.
social life?
You just press on the button by in back of the
and
stick.
whether say you need medical attention,
Okay.
whether you should be given that medical
You got it, girl.
attention or offered MAID or put on
Okay,
a
bye.
DNR. So this is happening right now. This has been going on for many, many years. I know Toronto signed on to the C40.org initiative in 2005. So this is not new, but we're now seeing it come together, and we're also seeing as part of this the global migration, and in many small communities we are seeing
Okay, in many small communities.
In many small communities, we are seeing large numbers of immigrants coming into the country. We have a big problem right now in our border towns, and that they're filling up the hotel rooms. And what that means is, when these hotels and these towns are full of immigrants, that means that they're not going to the museums, they're not going out for dinners, they're not going sightseeing because they don't have the means to do so. And this is having a big impact on these communities. And we know that this is part of the agenda to destroy our economy, to disrupt our country, and to cause problems in the communities. And that's exactly what's been happening before our eyes. And we are literally watching their plan come together. But I got good news for everybody. It's illegal. Everything they're doing is illegal. It is against the law. And we, the people, we are learning our rights and learning how to assert our rights so that we can stop this now. And that means that we must educate ourselves, inform ourselves, and take action right now. Get involved with your City Hall. Find out who's who. If you have an ally in City Hall, ask them, how can I help you? How can we help each other to create change? And if they're not your ally, then serve them with a notice of liability with the intention of taking them to court to hold them accountable for violating your rights.
Where can people find you?
We are on standforthee.ca, and that's stand number 4 THEE.ca. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, BitChute, no, Rumble. We're not on BitChute, we're on Rumble. So we're on all of these channels. We do a Friday night Zoom every Friday at 8 p.m. All are welcome to join. You can sign up to our newsletter, get updated on information, get invites to Zoom links, be part of our community. Everything we do at Stand for Thee is about educating, empowering, and building a community of like-minded people who collaborate with each other to help each other, support each other, and to create change together.
Thank you.
All right.